Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what ought to be a great matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Packers, it's been all systems go in this first month. They're off to a 4-0 start.
And it's got folks believing that this is a team that's built to go all the way. You can't win the Super Bowl in September, but they're telling everyone that they're going to be there in the end.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
They got good play on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance.
I can speak to my people.
I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are
wow, I thought I had it.
23 yards in the play.
Cameron Britt, huh?
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A look at the numbers from last week for Miller. 19 carries, 68 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect to maybe
nice, Minka. Rip that shit out of Odell's hands. Fuck you, Odell.
This one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On second down, here's Miller. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On third down, Trubisky. He finds Beckham complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive.
Fucking Odell.
Very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks.
Face mask. Fuck.
But it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Face mask. Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event,
comes the run commit, boys.
real estate given up.
Right up the gut. If they toss it, I'm fine.
Here's Trubisky to
Pass it
throw.
him. Oh.
Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to
Jair.
his first drive. Instead, second down. One man in the backfield. That's Miller. Second and goal. Throwing here, Trubisky. And that's incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Just a shit ball. Just throwing 3 times from the 2, eh? I love it. Oh, watch, now on 3rd and goal, they're going to fucking run it on me.
It was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Trubisky to throw again.
No way! The head triangle. Fuck!
Danny Amendola.
Fuck you, Danny Amendola. Shit.
And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. This is a crew that come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you're really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson.
And I like his honesty, because when we sat down with him, I mean, he was the first one to say, that was on me last week, a really poor performance. Way too many interceptions, didn't find the end zone throwing the ball, put his defense and his special teams in some real jeopardy, but somehow they won the game.
They won.
Yeah, what I loved about it when he told us about the defense kind of corralling him in the locker room and said, all right, my man, we're not going to do that again this week, are we?
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Now Jackson on second down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, he'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing is Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Only 3 there on the screen at second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you'd gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back.
Thank you.
They want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
toss. Cohen. And some space here. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here we go.
And before they can get settled in here, time expires. The first quarter of action. It's a close game here early on. We're back to the Motor City after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The pitch to Fournette. Now that play is blown. Losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now let's go. 319. 319. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Play action. Now Jackson. Incomplete.
Come on, Lamar.
Critical there. His shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking is so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now Trubisky on 1st down. He gets it complete.
Give me a fumble, man.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Trying to get it to Beckham, and
Thank
it's
you.
intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
Thank you, Mitch.
And this will be brought back to the 22. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
He's to the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And all the way down to the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And they're going to get it. They bring him down a sack back at the 16-yard line. Cliff Averill in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. He'll get it up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
It'll definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10.
Gone! Detroit!
From the gun, it's Jackson.
No way, Blake Martinez.
Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a very good return as he takes us all.
That was a high pass, too.
5-yard line.
Come on, son.
He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little
disaster?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goal.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football.
TJ Watt, let's go. Nice fucking sack.
No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb it, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was
Carlos
planted in the
Dunlap,
backfield.
6'8" motherfucker.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case. That play got bottled up.
Make up for this bullshit. Offside. Let's go.
Flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Good job, Mark.
Infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
On 2nd down, Jackson eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Sheldon Rankins in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker is the coach.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. And Godot's kick is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And we focus on Lamar Miller as he heads back out there and gets set to go again on offense. He's only had a couple of carries. I mean, when you've got a horse like this, Second quarter, got to start to ride that horse a little more, don't you?
You can't just neglect him. He's got to touch it, and often, in order to get...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Here's a give to Miller. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, Miller. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to bounce that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They go play action now. Jackson. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on first and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And they come just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette, and he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down, and the Packers are able to cash in for 6. Gano the extra point.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And a look now at Lamar Miller. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on first and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Caught left side, it's Beckham. A nice pick up there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Trubisky now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now Trubisky to throw.
Boom.
Pressure, and down he goes. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete. So we've come, and just like that, on we head to half number 2. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped just shy of the 25 with a penalty marker down. Here's the call.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Being chased out left. Finding room inside the 40. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And they'll be inside the 35.
I should have put fucking Fournette in there. He always gets injured. I'm using him too much.
While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
That's why when you draft Tariq Cohen, you always draft another running back.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3.
He never plays a full season, ever.
They'll
But
toss it to Fournette.
I got this juggernaut.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
A little boring, 2 toss goes in a row, but
After the penalty, it's Fournette. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. They go play action here on first down. Touchdown, Packers.
I hit it way early. I don't know what.
Corey Coleman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for two. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back.
Get in there, Tariq. Got a boy.
The toughness, the
Way to stick his fucking foot in the ground on that cut.
You throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally, you
5-0, baby.
Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and
Guinness,
they'll start
Guinness,
at
bro.
the
Where's my
25.
gun?
So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
Pick that
Teams just
hooker,
go,
you
okay,
slut.
these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And
Calvin Ridley and Odell Beckham. Holy shit.
First catch there for the rookie Ridley, and it's a first down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they would have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock down the away and bring up second down.
Dancing to his left. And avoids the contact by sliding. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks. And the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I bet you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
No, check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Good.
They go play action with Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. The Dolphins continuing to add on. They are really rolling. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Oh no.
Lamar
Oh no.
Touchdown, Detroit. Lamar Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. Now a hit.
Oh wow. Computer. Trying to pull some bullshit on me.
Picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery. But he can.
Come on! Fuck you, Coleman! You're such a piece of shit! It's my fault for keeping you in the fucking slot.
Throwing the football is not trending in the right direction. He was under 50%. He's under 50% again.
And I put him in the slot again.
But it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up. He's just trying to play through it. You know, he's one of those tech guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Jackson now off the bootleg. On the crossing route, complete. That's Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Back now at Ford Field. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Now Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. And he fends him off. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 3rd down.
Oh, he's gas.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react.
Get it through there, Gano.
But on that one,
Oh my God! Rejected.
From that distance, but rejected by the bar. And this score will stay
Wow.
where it is. Oh, that really would have been something.
That's 99 kick power and just maxed out at 63.
Do you remember seeing David Akers in Green Bay a few years ago on opening day? He had a 63-yarder to end the half, hit the crossbar, and go over. So sometimes it works for you, and sometimes it works against you.
And this time, it's against.
Oh my goodness!
Too shy of the 30.
Computer's doing this bullshit now. They got me rattled and they're doing glitch shit.
There you go. Save your best scramble of the day.
They put me in like some running track. I couldn't even get back in bounds.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way.
Well done.
Nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
A good pick up there, 26
I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble, boys.
Looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first. They need
lost focus, I got high.
come up on first and goal.
Now I'm in trouble.
From the shotgun is Trubisky.
Don't let that fuck scramble.
Flush to his
Fuck!
He will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Like, come on!
Mitchell Trubisky.
Fucking Mitchell Trubisky embarrassing us out here.
The Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he took it and took off. Great play by him.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position, the ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it, and even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They run. This is Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He may try and run for this. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sheldon Rankins in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Sheldon Rankins?
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Detroit! Detroit!
Play action. It's Jackson.
Finally, no fucking clown Coleman over there.
And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 41 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
This is Cohen. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Jackson.
Ew, Jackson, come on.
He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe coming back in this situation. He'll need to.
All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And this is a spot where you can learn a lot about a young quarterback.
And that's why they brought him into the organization, because you don't just bring them in strictly for their talent. You think that they have that something special in them that will allow them to function in these types of situations. Now it's time for them to be clinical and not emotional. You know your play sequence. You know what has to get done. Get the ball to the right people, get out of bounds, and get it downfield and try and score.
And he's trying to earn his stripes here for a winning drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to win this football game. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. And a sight that's becoming familiar in this season. They remain undefeated, another win under their belt.
And they did it the way that they really want to. Taking a knee at the end of the game, that means you have the ball, you're in control, you dictate the final part of this ball game, and they did exactly that.
And the clock rolls down to 0. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Green Bay, they improved to 5-0 now.
Oh shit, sorry, I fucked Lucas. I completely got high. I forgot what I was supposed to do. You go here, share manage files, download community files. And then you go over to playbooks, either one, takes a bit. Offense, I think I'm running heavy hitter. I've tried Nova Raid and College CST. I mean, you can look at the downloads and see which ones are most popular, and then you can just try them in practice and see which ones you like. The defensive one, I'm pretty sure it's Novak D, the one I'm using. Yeah, Novak, that's it. It's the most downloaded one. Unless you want to try condoms. I've never tried that. Impregnable defense, exotic schemes. PSA, opponents will quit on you, become a Madden 19 god. Hilarious. Might be worth, you know what? Download it. And that's my tutorial on playbooks.